Hello, this is the second part for the lesson photosynthesis production of organic matter. We will start as usual with remembering the information that we studied before. So before we studied that chlorophyll plants, they need water, minerals, light, and carbon dioxide to survive, and these they were the essential needs for chlorophyll plant. Also, we learned that conducting vessels found in the stem, they transport the crude sap from the soil to the other parts of the plant. And also, we studied that this crude sap is made up of water and minerals. Also, chlorophyll plants, they perform photosynthesis to produce elaborated sap. So photosynthesis, this is a process that happens in the green plants, and also it is important for the plants to make their own food, and this food is an organic matter and it's called elaborated sap. Now, also, we took that this elaborated sap is an organic matter needed for the growth of plants, and we studied that the light is the first element needed to produce the organic matter, or the light is the first element necessary for performing the photosynthesis process. Now, we will continue this lesson, and we have another experiment, and this experiment, it will be starting on chlorophyll plants. Chlorophyll plants, they perform photosynthesis to produce starch that is needed for their growth. To undergo this process, so to make photosynthesis, some elements are needed, such as light, carbon dioxide, water, and mineral salts. Scientists supposed that also there is another element necessary for photosynthesis, which is chlorophyll. So scientists said that not only carbon dioxide, light, water, and mineral salts, if they are available, so photosynthesis will happen. They suppose that I still have an extra element, which is the presence of chlorophyll. Now, what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a pigment found in the green leaves cells. It's to give them a green color. So this is a pigment found in the cells of green leaves, and they are responsible to give them their greenish color. So that to see if chlorophyll has an important role in photosynthesis or not, so to see if this supposed hypothesis from the scientist, is it correct or not, is it applicable or not, the following experiment was conducted on a multicolored geranium leaf. So this time we used a multicolored geranium leaves. So in the middle, I have green zone or green part, and at the edge, I have white part, which is not green. So a parti-colored geranium leaf, the green zone is rich with chlorophyll, because we said that when I have green color, that means inside the leaves cells, I have chlorophyll. So here I have green color, so I have a lot of chlorophyll here, while in the zone that is white, since it's white and it's not green, so it does not have chlorophyll. And then we have been exposed this leaf to light for 24 hours. Then it was treated with hot alcohol and iodine water. Then we applied the iodine test, and the result is shown in document D. Let's start. Pick out the hypothesis studied. What was the hypothesis that we are studying? Hypothesis, it means it's an idea that is supposed or assumed or told by a certain scientist or a group of science people, or maybe just people without being specialist in biology. And we can know it, this hypothesis, we can know it from the question by having certain words, which we consider them as keywords, that helps us know that this statement or this sentence, it includes the hypothesis. First word, it can be supposed that. Okay, so supposed that This is a word or a keyword for a hypothesis. We have assumed, we have for example, suppose that we have assumed, we have said, some people said, okay? So anything that signals a statement that we are not sure of, or it's not confirmed, this is considered as hypothesis. So pick out the hypothesis. The hypothesis, I must search for the words supposed and assumed. So here in the paragraph, this is the clear keyword supposed. So scientists supposed that also there is another element necessary for photosynthesis, which is chlorophyll. So this is the hypothesis. I will copy it as it is. Another element, so the hypothesis is another element is necessary for photosynthesis, which is chlorophyll. This is the hypothesis. اللي هي in Arabic we call it الفرضية. شو عم يفترضوا هني. Now, number 2, pick out the definition of chlorophyll. Definition or the meaning of chlorophyll, or what is chlorophyll. So this is the explanation of the meaning. Chlorophyll is a pigment found in the green leaf cells to give them a green color. This is the meaning of chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? We still with the same question and with the same given, but a different question. Indicate the variable factor. What is the variable factor? The document here, since I have a leaf, in one zone I have chlorophyll and in another zone it's poor in chlorophyll, there is no chlorophyll. So the variable is the thing that is changed is the presence of chlorophyll. In the green part, I have chlorophyll. In the white part, I don't. So the variable is the presence of chlorophyll. Number 4, specify the validation of the hypothesis. Specify, this is an action verb. We use it to name something or to say if yes or no, and then to explain our answer. So it's not enough to say that, yes, the hypothesis was validated, so it was confirmed. No, we have to explain how we know that it was confirmed. So specify, we will say that the hypothesis was validated. Yes, we by this experiment we confirmed the hypothesis. We confirmed the what scientists supposed, and yes, the photosynthesis is an element which is necessary for chlorophyll is a necessary element for photosynthesis, because unlike the white zone, the green zone that has chlorophyll gives dark blue color, which means starch is present. So after studying the experiment, we saw that in the green zone, I have dark blue. And we know that when we have dark blue with iodine, that means we have starch. And also we studied before that starch is the organic material produced from the photosynthesis. So that where I have the chlorophyll, which is in the green zone, I have starch. At the edges, I don't have chlorophyll, so I don't have starch because it gives yellow color as we see in the picture. So this experiment confirmed that chlorophyll is a necessary element for photosynthesis. Now, another experiment, and this time we are studying the effect of carbon dioxide on the production of organic material in the green plants. So to study the effect, we measured the amount of organic material produced in two different plants, beetroot and corn plants, when they are subjected to different amounts of carbon dioxide, as you see in this document. So in this document, it shows us a graph. This graph, it studied the amount or the production of organic material in the presence of the carbon dioxide, طبعا with different concentration, in two different plants. The first plant is the beetroot and the second plant is the corn. Pick out the objective. What was the objective of this experiment? Why we did this graph or this experiment? It's to study the effect of carbon dioxide on the production of organic material in the green plant. So just to see the effect of carbon dioxide, does it affect the production of organic material or the production of starch, or there is no effect for carbon dioxide? Analyze the graph. When we have analyzed the graph, that means we have to describe what we see in the graph without saying why or because explanation and without using any acquired information. Just what we see in the graph, we will write it. So to analyze this graph, we will say that when the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air increases from 100, 200, 300, 400, the production of organic matter increases as well in both plants. So this is the production. As you can see, this is an ascending line, and also this is an ascending line. That means with the increase of the concentration of carbon dioxide, the organic material or the amount of the organic material, it's also being high or it's increasing. And when the concentration of carbon dioxide decreases, which here before 100, when it's low, the production of organic material does the same. Also, it was very low, the production of organic material before 100. So when the amount of carbon dioxide is high, also the amount of organic material is high. And when the amount of carbon dioxide is low, the amount of organic material is low. This is what we see in the graph. Put a title for this graph. So what's the title of this graph? Which title? What does it talk about? What we are studying in this graph? So as we learned before in grade 6, always the title of a graph or of a table, it has a certain words that are constant, that we must use them in every title for a graph and for a table. These words are, and I will circle them. This is the first part that is always found in the title of a graph or of a table, the variation of the. Always we will start the title with a variation of, because we are studying something that is changing, that is varying with another parameter. And the second part is as function of. These are the two parts that we should mention them in the title. Without them, the title would be wrong. So the variation of that, and we have to mention what is the parameter that is changing, what we are studying, what is the thing that we cannot control it. So it is the production of organic material. So the variation of the production of organic material as a function of the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air. This is the title. And then derive a conclusion. What we conclude from this graph? So from this graph, we can conclude that yes, the carbon dioxide affects the production of the organic material. That means carbon dioxide is a necessary element for the process of photosynthesis or for the process of making or of producing organic material. Okay, so from this lesson, we have learned that light, carbon dioxide, and the chlorophyll, they are the three elements necessary for photosynthesis. If you like this video and you find it helpful and clear, please don't forget to like it and to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.